Hey guys, greetings from sunny, way too hot Japan as we are sweltering through a heat wave, or as it's soon to be known, summer. Regular summer. But here we are, we're here to talk about another event that I did not talk about in my previous video. And the reason I didn't talk about it in my previous video, I hadn't done anything about it yet, but there is currently a raid revival going on in Japan, which means that we have a series of 4 bosses that are considered usually to be fairly difficult. And so if you want to do it, you kind of want a group sometimes, because you could potentially work together and make it a little bit easier. And I mean, take a look at everything that is, of course, available up unto Caesar. And there's a lot of different stuff in here you're probably going to want to get your hands on. I mean, if nothing else, you can just spend it on a bunch of stamina potions. Just get stamina potions for days, kind of thing. But thankfully, as it turns out, and I am not going to take credit for this, somebody else on the JP side figured this out before I did. But even the Omega this time is really, really easy. You don't even really need to try that hard. You don't need to play with anybody else if you don't want to, if you're not a team player. Just start the password, and this is all you really need. And it can be done eventually with Lucio, and it most definitely can certainly be done with Locke, provided that you have a good set of just evasion-based stuff like the Rob card, a luck up card, a luck up piece of equipment, and potentially a TMR or whatever. You are able to do this. So this is the character I have. I'll show off the stats here. As you can see, this is roughly what her stats look like. Pretty good overall. And I'm even going to, for this video, we're going to switch out for something that's probably a little more what some people would be doing in this case. So we're going to throw on bells. I'm going to put on which we'll throw on the AP down, so we're going to really try and be effective. So let's just go in, turn on auto battle. Oh, we don't have a party, isn't that sad? So yeah, there's 4 different bosses, and the 2 that seem to be very repeatable with this style of evasion and just doing attacking kind of thing seems to be the Glacial Bird, as well as what is it? It's Glacial Bird and Omega, as it turns out. So yeah, this is the way it's supposed to be set up. The only thing is that I've kind of encountered as a problem through this build is that just doesn't want to use bells for whatever. So we're just probably need to disable some of her longer range stuff. So bells didn't work. I probably have one. I've gone with the TMR one, which works generally better for me, but because of Violet's counter, she is very capable of getting this done. We just kind of gotta sit and wait for a little bit. We did take some damage though. And they did dance and dance and dance. Now, from what I've noted, both Locke and Violet seem very, very capable of doing this within the turn limit, and almost entirely, like, no danger whatsoever. AP generation is also kind of important, so you're probably going to want that while on your character, but my other setup, I've been able to get it done in with 5 turns remaining, and this one that I've gotten here, obviously, not casting bells, and bells potentially not working depending on how your character is set up. I mean, I set up my Violet to be very anti-magic and very self-reliant. And Get back over. At the 4. But yeah, both Omega and Glacial Bird seem very, 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 very prone to being taken advantage of by a single evasion-based character from the light element. And the light element seems to be the one that you can do this the most regularly, so it's the one I guess I will recommend overall, but hopefully this will be a little bit better of a join. Yeah, but because of Violet's counter, Violet is what I would say is a generally really nice character to have in this one. Because she is just her counter does proc enough and regularly enough that it does make it just a little bit faster and a little more consistent with dealing damage. AP generation is the only thing that I'd really like to see more of, so she can cast more abilities, and the examples that I've seen usually have Locke running bells and just being able to cast more abilities. That one's also pretty, it is quicker than the one I have set up, but you know what, I love an excuse to use my Violet more than I have been, like, especially because I worked hard to get her back at the beginning of the year and get her max, so this is one time that I really want to use her more than. Yeah, right around the 5-turn mark seems very, very consistent for me for the, 5-ish times that I've done it so far, but I haven't had any issues. Seems really easy to farm. Don't need to worry about find people to help with it at all. So yeah, if you want to try and get an evasion build ready for this in the future, Globals, I do highly recommend it because the results speak for themselves. But yeah, really not much else to talk about in this video. Probably will do words. We'll do a porcelain tower video a little bit later once I'm a little bit deeper. With the porcelain towers, I don't feel like most of the time a walkthrough is required for most of this, so I'm going to probably focus only on the last 2 stages, and I might even start looking at doing some of the EXs that I've been ignoring for a good amount. I don't know what the last EX did was. Floor 60. I should go back and do floor 60. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, Beijing is king this time. See ya. Now at the end of the video, do I check, make sure my microphone was working? Yay.